We're going to continue our discussion on radicals and square roots, and today what you're going to look at in your video is how to solve a radical equation. So let's take a look at our first equation. We have 5 plus the square root of x plus 1 equals 16. Well, our goal is to get to the x, and as of right now it's under the radical, so we will have to get rid of the radical. But first, we see that we are adding a 5 to the radical, so we must move that to the other side. So we would subtract that. That would give us the square root of x plus 1 over here equal to our 11. Now, you know what we're going to do here. In order to get rid of the square root, we have to square both sides because they are inverse operations of each other. And when we do that, these will cancel each other out. So all we'll have left is the x plus 1 here, and then 11 squared is 121. Move your 1 over, and you get x equals 120. Come over here and do a check to make sure that x is correct. We will sub it in right here at our 120. We get the square root of 121, which we know is 11. And then 11 plus 5 is 16, so it checks. Let's try another one. This one looks a little bit different. Now we don't have something that's being added, but now we have a 6 that is being multiplied. So you will want to get rid of that, and so we will, since it's multiplying, we will divide it. So we'll divide both sides. So those will cancel on out, so we'll be left with just the square root of x plus 10. And over here dividing, we get 7, and now we do our inverse, which is to square it. And now we have x plus 10 equals 49. We'll move our 10 over, solving that, and we get x is 39. And then come over here and put the 39 in, and do your check. 39 plus 10 under the radical is 49. The square root of 49 is 7. And 7 times 6 is 42. So it checks. Alright, I'll do one more with you. This one is a little bit more different from the first one and the second one in the fact that now we have a radical on both sides. So in this case, we're not going to move anything around. We're just going to go ahead and move to squaring them both. So if we do that, that will get rid of our radical over here. Now, one extra step you're going to have to take over here. Your square must be applied to the 3, and it will also be applied to the square root. So in essence, you're going to have to take that 3 and square it, and you're going to take the square root of x and square it because they are connected by multiplication. So over here, you're left with the x plus 6, and then over here we get 3 squared, which is 9, and then these are root and our square cancel, and all we have is the x. Now you don't really have a choice. You're going to move your 8x over, and that would leave you with 1x here and 6, and you've got your x. Do your check one more time. Come over here and sub that in to the x, and you sub it in on both sides. And so we would get 3 square root of 6 over here. And over here we would get 3 square root of 6, and so they check. Alright, here's 3 problems that I want you to do on your own, and bring those to class next time we meet, or on its due date. And don't forget to fill out your WISC.